So finally, we have the announcement. The government are actually going to keep the triple lock for pensions. This is really, really good news because no one's really sure what they were going to do. Now, I have covered this topic before in a separate video, but since the amounts have all changed, I thought I'd just go over it again. So just to recap, the triple lock is the amount the pension will increase by each year. It's a promise by the government. And basically this is either the inflation rate, it's the average earnings growth for that year, or it's 2.5%, whatever is higher. So September 2022, we get the inflation figure that they're going to use for this calculation, and that was 10.1%, which is obviously higher than 5.2%, which was wage growth, and 2.5%. On the 17th of November, the Treasury confirmed that triple lock would actually stay. And as it's staying, that means we take the highest figure, which is 10.1%. This is excellent news and likely to be a lifeline for many, them actually keeping their promise and also taking the highest figure. But when are you going to get this money? Well, actually, you've not got that long to wait. April 2023 is when it's coming in, and how the weeks fall actually means the first payment of the higher pension will be on the 10th of April 2023. But how much is it worth to you? Well, that depends on your national insurance record. I have mentioned this in a video before, but it's worth going over in case some people haven't seen that. It's worked out something called qualifying years, and these are the number of qualifying years on your national insurance record. And you can get these in a number of ways. The main and most common way is to pay a minimum amount of national insurance in any given tax year, and it's just over £6,000 for the employed and the self-employed. However, if you don't work, you can still get national insurance credits on your record, and these are for a number of different categories. If you're a carer, if you're unemployed, if you have an illness, or if you have a disability, things like that. Now, you can check your number of qualifying years on your national insurance record on the government gateway online, or you can ring up HMRC directly. Now, it's a very important note to mention that you can actually plug gaps in your national insurance qualifying years record, and you can do this all the way back to 2006. So you can actually buy these extra years, which could mean thousands extra on top of your pension over a long run. You obviously need to work out if it's going to be beneficial to you, but it's something worth looking into. Now, although I said you can go back to 2006, that is soon changing, and as of the 5th of April 2023, you can only go back 6 years. So you need to get this done before that date if you've got to go back further. So to give you a rough idea of the price, this may change slightly for some people's circumstances, but the majority of people are going to pay £824 for one national insurance qualifying year, which will give you an extra £274 of pre-tax pension per year. So in 4 years, you're going to make that money back, and everything after that is going to be extra money. So now we know that, let's get to the figures, and we'll start with the old basic state pension, and this is for anybody who retired before the 6th of April 2016, and this currently sits for the tax year 2022 to 2023 at £141, give or take, which equates to £7,376 per year. And in April 2023, this is going to be rising all the way to £156 a week, or £8,100 a year. Again, rough figures. Now, in order to get the full amount of the old basic state pension, you're going to need 30 qualifying national insurance years. If you don't have that, you'll get 1/30th of the full amount for every qualifying year that you do have. You may also qualify for a top-up from the additional state pension, and this is for certain types of benefits or low income individuals, so it's always worth checking. Now we move on to the new full state pension, and this applies to anybody retiring after the 6th of April 2016. But specifically, it's for men born after the 6th of April 1951 and for women born after the 6th of April 1953. Now currently this sits at £185 roughly, or £9,628 a year, and that's for the tax year 2022 to 2023. So as of April 2023, this is going to be going up to £204 a week, or £10,600 a year. and this is the first time the state pension has ever gone over £10,000. Now, in order to get the full amount, you need 35 qualifying national insurance years on your record, or at least a minimum of 10. Remember, you can buy them extra ones if you're missing a couple, but do it soon or you're only limited to 6. Now, I know these aren't life-changing amounts of money, and we're still miles behind so many countries, but it is an increase, and at least it's something. They could have done absolutely nothing, which would have been horrendous. Now, you can get other payments if you're struggling, so it's always worth checking and seeing if there's any options available to you. Again, HMRC's website, Government Gateway, or give them a ring yourself. Hopefully this has helped some people. If there's any questions, I'll do my best to answer them below. Thanks for watching.